Hello everybody and welcome back to our channel, Foreverland, the most magical place in the universe. This is Nick here, and I am going to show you all how to make the most famous, delicious gray stuff that was in the movie Beauty and the Beast, where that sweet little candle guy named Lumiere tells Belle to try the gray stuff, it's delicious. Now, I'm somewhere between I could probably make it on a baking show but get voted off first or second, make a fool of myself, but this dessert is good enough for anybody to make. So to start off, ingredients, you need vanilla instant pudding, whole milk, the Cool Whip instant chocolate pudding, a package of Oreos. Oh, and I forgot the most important thing, you need yourself a baking partner. And right now, I've got Mr. Wren. Right, Wren? Okay, here we are. Step 1. You are going to take 1.5 cups of milk. And you are going to mix that with the instant vanilla packet. The whole thing, put it in there and act like you're going to make vanilla pudding. Then I whisked it up a little bit to smooth it out, make sure all of those dry parts were mixed in with the milk. And then I put that in the fridge to chill for 10 minutes. So while your pudding is chilling, count out 15 Oreos, maybe eat 1 or 2. The easiest thing for you is going to be having a food processor. Obviously, you can crush Oreos other ways, like in a plastic bag with something hard like a rolling pin or, your hand or whatever. So put all 15 Oreos in your food processor. And I like to pulse my processor. I feel like you can get a finer crumb when you pulse it. But you do whatever you want. But pulse it or run it until you get this nice crumb. And after you've done that, go get that vanilla pudding and you're gonna mix in your Oreo crumb. Now, I just like to fold it. So, if you wanna angrily stir it or whatever, you do that, but I folded them in gently. You should also start getting pretty excited at this point because it starts turning kind of gray, so you can kind of see that it's probably not going to fail at this point if your mixture is turning gray. Okay, now this was definitely the most satisfying part for me. I also love Cool Whip, so always take a little bit for yourself. Treat yourself, you're working hard. So I scoop my little skeleton spatula in and I take all of that out. Get all that Cool Whip out. You are going to want it. So I lightly scoop that, put it in, and this one I definitely I folded again. Like I said, I like to fold. You can mix, but I don't know. It just felt like it was so much more satisfying folding because I'm pretending to know what I'm doing. It'll be a little bit lighter, so we want to get that gray color back. So guess what? This is where the chocolate pudding comes in. So go ahead and open up that chocolate pudding nice and slow. Hear that nice rip. And then you're gonna take 2 tablespoons of that and just sprinkle it on top. You're probably gonna breathe in some chocolate dust, which isn't the worst thing in the world, but just, it happens. And once again, as you can see, I'm folding because it's my favorite thing to do. And I just fold that until nicely combined. And it really, really is gray. I hope you all can see that. Gray can be a really great color to wear, but sometimes to look at, it can be kind of hard to capture. But it was gray. It looked like gray stuff. So this is a very important step. It was super soft at this point. Like it would definitely melt, or I feel like it could lose that fluffy consistency. It needs to sit for a full hour before it's done. Okay, now this is the part where I really messed up and I thought I was gonna be fancy. But let me talk about it and act like I didn't mess up. So first off, pro tip, piping bags can be a real pain to work with. So to try and stay clean, take a large cup, put that piping bag inside and wrap the sides around the edge of your cup. I'm telling you, this saved my life with baking. Okay, and then pick that piping bag up. At this point, you can kind of decide if you want a very large tip or a very thin tip, so you can cut it closer to the point if you want a thin tip, or farther up if you want more of like a thicker cloud-like. Now, of course, I grabbed the worst scissors possibly on the planet, and I struggled. Yep, struggle. Yeah, switch hands, Nick, that'll work. I did, all right. So we got the bag open. And I thought this was a really good idea. I was like, I'm gonna pipe it on here nicely. I'm gonna use these little circles as a guide. It's gonna be great. And at first it was great. I was pretty proud. But then I realized getting them off of that parchment paper was not happening. I even decided to put like the piped swirls back in the freezer. I put them in the freezer to see if they would stiffen up, but it was not happening with the gray stuff. The gray stuff was very sticky even after I left it in the freezer for maybe a half an hour, and it still did not set nicely. Word for the wise, if you're making this, I would probably make it as like a frosting for a cupcake or a cake. So this is what our final product looked like. We decorated ours with sugar pearls, so that is the recommended action or recommended use. I don't know. We threw some roses. They're artificial. And a pair of our mini ears that we make them into ornaments on their bell. They're really cute. And yeah, we did this nice little photo shoot. So while you're bored in the house right now, this recipe was super easy. But anyway, if you like our fairy tales, go ahead and click the subscribe button. If you want to see some more of our content, we also have an Instagram page full of beautiful pictures, videos, contests, fun stuff, and that's called Foreverland Friends. And if you just like what you see, give us a like, give us a comment. If you don't, you know what? That's cool too. Anyway, it's Nick from Foreverland, and I'm signing off. So see you all later, friends.